Hundreds of Sears stores have closed.
That's where I get all my kids' birthday presents. I've been having an itch to go to one of the last Sears locations. There's only 12 left, 13 including one in Puerto Rico. We were in Florida, and there's actually 3 locations in Florida out of 12. We went to a location in Palm Beach Gardens, and right when we arrived, we could tell we were at a good one because it just looked very old. The lease is up in 5 months. They're gonna hold on until then, but they're not renewing it. There was also no one in the parking lot. And when we went inside the store, we had to power on the lights because it was all just pitch black. It actually was already on and there was employees, but it did seem desolate. They didn't even unpack some of those boxes because they were like, no one comes in here, so just leave it in the box because eventually we'll just sell it on Amazon, you know? We don't want to have to put it back in the box, so just leave it in the box. There was a few ovens, microwaves, buds that just were out and they weren't in a box. Some of the store was organized, you know? There was probably like 6 employees and we were the only 2 people shopping. Did we ever see another customer? I don't think we did, no. Sears was founded long ago in 1893. Exactly 100 years before I graced the earth. I think my past life I invented Sears. Sears started off as a catalog. I guess they were one of the first places to be like a we sell everything type of store. The only thing they're missing is a grocery store section. I don't have that many childhood memories about Sears except for the Mean Girls line.
You could try Sears.
And I remember also I was really confused when I did hear their Kardashians had a line of clothes there because I actually thought Sears was just appliances. Because I think the Sears in our hometown was just appliances. I thought it would literally just be microwaves, dishwashers, beds, and then just a shitty little rack that says Kardashian collection. Sears opened its first department store in 1925, and that's what started Sears as we know it today. Sears was on top of the world in the 1980s. In fact, at their biggest moment, they had around 3,500 stores. Sadly, in 2018, they filed for bankruptcy. Over the years, they became unprofitable. They had competition that was steep. To give them the benefit of the doubt, I actually don't think there's a way for it to survive. Because like JCPenney, like these types of places, I feel like it's just, sadly, it's not as big as it once was. We just were dingle-dangling around, opening fridges. One of the employees came up to us and said, by the way, that fridge is only like $300. So we both acted like we were interested, but we both knew we don't even live in Florida, so we aren't gonna be buying this fridge. I don't need a fridge.
There's just something fun about opening a bunch of stuff.
You know, just looking in. As we were walking around the Sears, we noticed they have a new logo that they've debuted. I feel like it's the typical logo renovation in 2024. Just make it extremely basic. What's that little green thing in the corner? Is that supposed to be like a house? 2 people's legs and doing a weird dance position in jeans. Making moments model? A lot of people's Thanksgivings and family celebrations might be using appliances bought from Sears. So they really are making moments matter. Our mom actually said that her and our dad got their first washer and dryer at Sears. Shut up! When I said that, I visited one of the last locations. For some reason, these workout machines give me bad vibes. This reminds me of so much advertising when I was a kid of the Bullflex saying you can have a whole gym at home and 80% of them are just sitting in someone's computer room or next to their bed and no one uses them. I hate them. Escalator to get to the 2nd level, and it was sounding jankety. When I went on this escalator, I jumped over the platform, then went up the escalator. Maybe you guys haven't seen the video, but there's a video of one of those floors by the escalator breaking and someone sadly dies. It's terrifying. If you see a jankety escalator like this, you should be jumping over that platform. I have a memory of, as a kid, one of our older sisters got their sandal stuck in the escalator at the top, and it was the biggest drama because their foot was still in it. You're like, ah! Like, I literally thought their foot was gonna get sucked in. Couldn't they just take their foot out? I think that's what they eventually realized. I can just slip the sandal off, but for those 5 seconds, it was, oh my God, they're gonna lose their foot! This Sears kept playing water park music, so it really got me into the vibe, and I was like, okay, let's play some beach volleyball. Do a little pose like you always did when you were on a soccer team when you were 7 years old. I was never on a soccer team, so I finally got to do that pose, and it felt very empowering.
You can have fun at Sears.
Yeah. All I wanna do is have some fun.
No, yeah, I like that song, but that's supreme water park music.
Yeah. Usually songs from, like the early 2000s, but every now and then they'll put like a Brendan Urie song. High, High Hopes.
And the rest is still unwritten.
Oh, yeah.
Just those types of songs. Sometimes it's, oh, I like this song, but then sometimes if you get in this one headspace, nothing means anything. Kind of makes me feel that when I listen to this type of music.
That's what's scary about water park songs. They can bring out a dark side.
Oh, that's so nice. Me and Lucas aren't exaggerating. There is parts of this Sears locations that are technically abandoned. This is supposed to be the shoe area, it looks like, but now it just is a bunch of empty shelves.
We also noticed there was an entire giant section of the store over here that was just blocked off. They're shutting down entire parts of the store. They don't have enough stuff.
Kinda looks like they're trying to hide that part of this Sears is abandoned, but it isn't working because if you look behind the curtain, you can see, oh, there's just a bunch of empty
racks?
Yeah, there's just a bunch of empty racks, stuff that's supposed to be showcasing clothes, but there wasn't enough clothes, I guess, to showcase.
One good thing about this Sears, though, is even though it is abandoned and it seems like a nuclear bomb went off and you're the only person who survived it, it's not dirty. It doesn't seem dusty or anything.
Yes, there is the occasional puke spot on the carpet.
That's inevitable.
And sometimes when you look at the ceiling, there's like black streaks. If I worked for the FDA health department and for some reason department stores got a rating, I'm gonna give it an A because I wasn't coughing, there was no sneezing.
Really?
There was a computer in the corner that was just not working.
I guess you used to be able to use it to look up items.
Now it's just a black screen that leads to nothingness. It did kind of tug on my emotions because I saw this little device that's meant for getting clothes from a rack that's too high, but now we don't need that because nothing is too high. You can just reach it because there's not enough items to have a second shelf.
It's like people.
How do you get those stains on the ceiling? Does someone diarrhea upward? Like, is somebody holding someone's arm? You know the people at the circus, you have your hands up and they're upside down and then they diarrhea, because how else would that happen? Or is someone somewhere and they get a thing of coffee and go like that?
I kind of feel like it's from little leaks. Getting like a little mold or something.
I guess that's a more reasonable explanation.
Really wanted to support Sears. I was trying my best to look at everything and think, what am I gonna buy? I wanna buy something. But everything just felt low quality. Look at this sweatshirt. It looks like someone that worked at a pound bought it for a week and then returned it, and now there's a bunch of dog hair on it.
They had so much Palm Beach merchandise. Like, that was half the clothing section was just Palm Beach merch.
There's a bunch of emptiness in this store, but the thing about it is that if you think a little bit out of the box, you can use it as a little sitting area. It's cool. It kind of doubles as a meditation prayer area.
I also feel like if you work from home and you don't want to go to a coffee shop, you probably could go to these Sears empty areas and work.
This is another electronic device that didn't work. It's supposed to be a price check thing, but...
Wait, do they still use that little trash can person? Always on like McDonald's trash cans and stuff. It was time to go to the Playboy magazine area and see all the hot shirtless guys in the underwear packages. But actually some of them are just open. There might be somebody who lives near this Sears who every day they take off their underwear, put it in the package and get a new one out.
It's like one thing if one of them's open, but it seems like everyone's open on this shelf.
We wanted to buy things, so we decided to hit the fitting rooms. I don't think anyone's worked this area in a while. There was an empty clipboard. I don't even know what that's for. Probably something to do with an employee.
These dressing rooms did remind me so much of childhood. Something about them, like they don't even look that old, but something about them reminded me so much of being in 5th grade, going back to school shopping. These are some athletic jeans, and I gotta say, I could actually see myself wearing them, but I just simply don't want them, so.
Yeah, I didn't recognize most of the brands that were being sold. It was like Smash and like Hit It or something. Like they didn't really have any brands that you'd recognize, except for the cheap version of Ralph Lauren.
One of the brands that stuck out to me was the Smash brand.
Oh,
I just love how it's called Smash. It's simple, it's cool.
I tried on a Smash shirt. It was interesting. I'm confused about this fit, to be honest. It kind of reminds me of something Brian Johnson would wear. Like he always wears these really tight shirts. Also, I feel like that little line above your nipples, I feel like somehow it sort of push-up bra for men. Like, it makes like your pecs hit or something, which I liked. And then I got these sweatpants. They were also cute, but I decided not to buy anything.
You basically walked out at this point.
Honestly, both of us wanted to support Sears, but this Sears had nothing good, so we left empty-handed. We were in Florida and we didn't really have anything to do, and we saw that there was another one in Miami, Florida, so we drove to that location to check it out.
Miami compared to Palm Beach, I feel like Miami seems more popping, so maybe this would be a modern, chic, cool Sears.
One of the first things I noticed was this Sears is a standalone Sears. I don't even think I've ever been inside of a standalone Sears. I've only been inside of ones that are part of a mall.
The Miami Sears was it. You walk in and it's an actual store, like, and there's actually other customers, like, it actually is a real place. Like, I was so surprised after going to the other one.
And it was cool because there wasn't any boxes laying around. Everything actually had a display. Sales might not end. They actually still have one string left that is pretty thick.
Everything is on sale. So basically the sales are meaningless, you know? And they don't even just say sale, blowout sale. Like, I picture people just running, stampeding, grabbing everything, like, blowout. Here's the vibe that we are literally about to throw all this away in the dumpster, so like, it is a blowout.
This one also had 2 levels and the escalator wasn't jankety. They did a few repairs. I wasn't scared of the floor breaking for this one.
We weren't gonna die on the escalator after all. I'm a recliner person. Like, I never like sitting on couches. Like, I like a good old rocking recliner. So I was excited to do a whole little testing segment. Oh my gosh, like, recliner boy tests all the recliners. But they weren't my type of recliners. They didn't rock. Like, I don't want a stagnant recliner. That is just not it. I gotta be honest.
Even though this Sears is a big step up from the last one, there still is a whole part of the store with a blue curtain that's just all abandoned. They're doing something where like you can rent out the space or something, make it into a restaurant.
That'd be cool. In the top of Sears. That'd be funny if it was like a 5-star restaurant.
Actually, that's like a really good idea. Sears has clean restrooms.
Probably is pretty easy to keep them clean because I feel like no one's really utilizing them that often, so.
I was so happy that the bathroom was clean, but after I walked out, I saw this door with locks on it, and it reminded me of a scary movie where you'd open this door, go through this dark, muddy area, and then there'd be this, like, goblin that, like, is a human, though, and it...
When I saw this clip at first, I thought it was an egg cracked open.
No, that's just, like... Sears is one of those stores that has a bunch of fake knockoffs. It seems like this is getting more and more popular every year. I feel like every store just does this shit.
I didn't know you could do this. I thought you had to have a sketchy Amazon store that gets shut down every 2 months.
Fendi, Louis Vuitton, that Justin Bieber brand with a smiley face.
Drew.
While editing this video, I noticed that they put in effort and put fake trees all around the store. I like that. They're incorporating fake nature into their stores.
We wanted to find some clothes at this store since it seems a lot more with it than the other Sears, but it was kind of sad because they had a men's section and then a young men's section. And at first I set foot in the young men's section, but Jacob reminded me, Lucas, you're 30, you're a man. You're not a young man anymore. Was limited to the men's section, but Jacob got to have his fun in the little baddie, Tatiana young men's section. I've moved on in life and I'm now part of the businessman demographic.
Get out of here, this is the young ones.
Oh, sorry, I was just filming you. I'm not looking at any of the clothes. Like, I'm not gonna buy anything from this section.
Because you're not a young man.
I know I'm a man.
My grandma still calls me a young man, but I don't know if I'm a young man in Sears' eyes. It's a whole can of worms that Sears has opened, and I want them to solve it.
We had looked through every square foot of the first Sears, every square foot of the second Sears, and finally, we found one product that was worth buying. Ugh. It came in this very cute bag. This product that we're gonna be looking at is $19.99.
I actually said 24, so you got a deal. I guess
Yeah.
wasn't everything on sale.
This is the Twin Frosty Treat Maker. This was just sitting on a shelf with the instruction manual under it like this. There was about probably like 30 of these. And it intrigued me because I was thinking like, shouldn't everything be in a box? Instruction manual wasn't even like taped or anything to the bottom. It was just, you take it along with you. It felt very...
I actually thought you took the only instruction manual. So I remember thinking like, is that just the one and you take photos of it on your cell phone or?
No, everyone had it under
Oh, I
it.
thought you just were like, it's man.
I noticed that this is a Lori Greeno company.
Oh, so this is legit.
Before we put it in this little contraption thing, we make the ice cream.
Are you gonna clean the ice cream contraptions? It's just been dusting away or?
I mean, I probably should. Copyrighted 2010, which isn't that bad. I don't know why, but for some reason, I legit thought this was from like 2001 or even like 1994. It just looks so old-fashioned. 1.5 cups of heavy whipping cream. If I ever have kids, I'm only feeding them this and carrots. Okay, a 1/3 cup of sugar. And then it says a teaspoon of vanilla extract. As you may know, you never measure vanilla extract. You just do like a little dash. That's good.
It's kind of scary how it comes in such a little bottle. Like, it gives the vibe that if you drank the whole thing, you'd die.
Oh, this is gonna be some thick ice cream. It just feels like we shouldn't be using batteries in 2024. Do you know what this red ribbon's for?
Oh yeah, they always have that in the battery thing. I don't know. So is this gonna make 2 bowls of ice cream? Is that what it's gonna do?
I'm pretty sure. Okay. I wasn't... I actually am just the biggest little kid.
You are the Three Stooges.
But right when it started going, I was scared that my hand was on the back of that. Somehow this was like a meat grinder that was gonna kill me.
I actually thought you were gonna get shocked or something.
For the other one, we're gonna add some like almonds in it.
Oh, I had chia seeds too.
Oh, this one's gonna be more of like...
Health kid.
Yeah, you're trying to make your kid become a child actor. You flew to LA for pilot season.
I never had chia seed ice cream.
I've never either, but this is actually a good idea.
I know.
Shit, yeah. Now we click this little pre button and let it mix for 5 minutes. And then it says if it's not mixed, do it again. But I already mixed it, but I'll still follow the directions. It's been 5 minutes. So now we click this little pro button.
Ooh, more of a silent moment.
Wait, like I thought something was supposed to happen though.
Wait, Lori.
What? This goes in the freezer for like 4 to 5 hours and then it should be done after that.
Will you blur everything in my fridge? Yeah, it's just like, I don't want people trying to copy my diet.
For like the rest of this clip, can you not move the camera? Because I don't want to put in more effort.
Oh, okay.
Boom. About 1 hour ago, I turned it off because it's already been in here for like 6 hours, so I thought that'd be enough.
Lori! Ooh, I cannot wait for ice cream!
Wait.
You ripped off part of it. I'm not kidding, this chia seed one looks so good. It looks like it's gonna be like cookies and cream, but I know it's not, but the bowl's already here. Don't gotta do some more dishes. Like, I get what Lori was doing. Oh, it even feels like ice cream. Like, there's no shit, but cheers. It's good. It's like so vanilla though.
Yeah, it's a little bit too much vanilla. Doesn't it feel kind of light?
Oh.
I'm not joking. We put all the stuff for of like going to Dairy Queen. You could just pay $19 and do this. Now let's try like the Air One version.
Are the chia seeds just gonna be crunchy?
That's the thing is that they probably didn't even bloom.
Cheers. That one tastes more like a pie. Because you would never have just a full almond. I guess you just gonna be crushed.
Yeah. It's for sure not as good as the vanilla though.
This is a slam dunk. The best ice cream I've ever had. Just kidding, it isn't the best, but it's still really good.
This is now the end of the video.